Hello and welcome. Let's continue with our project of developing terminal report system with Word, Excel, and Outlook. So let's see if you can open your previously saved Excel workbook. So mine will open in just some few seconds, then we will continue from there. So in our previous lesson, we started the cumulative record. And in my attempt to complete it, it started raining, so I needed to pause the video. So fortunately for me today, the rain isn't in yet, so we will continue with this. Okay, so now we have the grand total score for each student. So the grand total should be the addition of all the scores for the various subjects. So how do we get a grand total score? So it is equal to, on the keyboard, to start our formula. Then I'll just click and go back to the first subject. Okay, so I use the forward arrow. So my first subject is subject 100. That is what we are looking at. So just look into the formula bar, then I'll hit plus on the keyboard. Then I'll just click within it again, move forward to subject 200. I just need to hit plus, then I'll use the right arrow key to move forward. I need to come back. So we finished with subject 2. We need to go to subject 3. Okay, subject 3, which is the 100. Then I hit a plus. Then you click within it. You use your right arrow to go to subject 4. So once you get there, you hit a plus. You click within it to go to subject 5. So subject 500 will be this. So I'll hit a plus. I'll click within it to go to subject 6. So that's the 100. I'll hit a plus. I'll click within it to go to subject 7. I'll hit a plus on the keyboard. I'll move forward to subject 8. So subject 8, I'll hit a plus and move to subject 9. So subject 900, I'll hit a plus, click within it, move to subject 10, which is 100. I'll hit a plus, click within it, you go to subject 11. Then you just need to hit enter on the keyboard to complete your formula. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I'll hit enter on the keyboard. Now the formula has been given. So I'll click within the formula bar just to go back to check if all the 100 columns have been selected. So this is the first one. Subject 1 is 100. Subject 2 is also 100. Subject 3, that is the 100 for subject 3. Subject 4, that is 100 for it. Subject 5, that is the 100. I'll go to subject 6, that is 100. So I just drag, scroll subject 7. I'll go through, this is subject 8. Then I'll go through subject 9. Then we go through subject 10. Then finally subject 11. So what you need to note is depending on the school you are working on, so if it is the basic school and you are dealing with about 4 subjects, then you have to come in and edit the formula to suit the school in question. But because you're developing a template for 11 subjects, we need to include all the 11. So I'll hit enter on my keyboard, that's it. So if I'm only dealing with a subject, I'll just come and delete 2 of it. Or 9 subjects, I'll just delete 2 of it, or 3, depending on whichever number of subjects you are dealing with. You need to come in here and adjust the formula accordingly. So let's do our autofill. I'll hold it down. Okay, I'll just do a double click. If I do that, it will go all the way to the last column. I don't want that. So I'll drag through, then I'll come here, then I'll go back. So this is grand total score. Then look at rank in class. So the rank, we've already used the rank formula in our previous SBA. So we are still going to go through it one more time. So you tap it is equal to, that we call the rank formula RANK. Now you know it. So I'll go ahead and type the formula. So what are we ranking? What are we ranking? So the grand total score for the student in this particular case, that I'll hit what? A comma. So I'm ranking that number. And what are we referring it to? We are referring it to this entire range up towards the 50th. So I'll go up. So you check it up to 51. So that's for this class. I'll close the bracket. I'll hit enter. So it gives us a rank of 1. So I'll not do the autofill yet. I'll just copy this because we need to make this absolute. Then I'll go down to paste it for the next class so that the system will automatically pick it for us. So if I check from here, automatically it picks the next 50 like that. Okay, so we have that sorted. Control C to copy. Then I'll go down, come to the next class, Control V to paste. I'll go down, come to the next class, Control V to paste. So you do that, make sure you are at the next class by checking from the row heading, Control V to paste. I'll go down again, Control V to paste. Go down, Control V to paste. Go down, Control V to paste. I'll do a Control V in that particular order. Control V paste. Okay, so I need to go back up, Control up, then I quickly get there. So now I can kind of make it absolute. So F4 or F and F4 to make it absolute so that the range remains the same. Okay, so if I click within it, you will see that, okay, it's the same. I'm looking for the rank for this particular student in relation to all the scores of students in that class. So that's pretty much simple and easy to understand. So I'll do the same, F and F4. And then what do? Scroll down. Okay, so I get here, then I stop. So let me check if that is it. Okay, perfect. Then I'll come here again. I'll highlight F4. Then I'll just have to go down now, like this. That's it. So that pretty much solves that. So if I check, yeah, perfect. So you just have to take your time and do it because you cannot afford to make mistakes with this particular terminal report and cumulative record worksheet, because that is all that we need for a terminal report. So if you make a mistake, then it's really going to be a problem. So you take your time to do it. Okay, that solves it. I'll select F and F4. And what do? Gotta go and pick this. Good. FNF4. Then we do the autofill. Okay, up to this point, we click to check. That's perfect. Do the same, FNF4. Okay, so that is done. So I'll do this. I'll click. Okay, this is it. FNF4. I'll click, go down. So that is sorted. Come to the next class. Let me check and be sure. Okay. Do the same for this FNF4. Then I'll continue to the last class. Okay. So the rank formula is done. Then we have grand total score for the entire class. So with this, we just come in to type it. So if the grand total score is over 1,100, you just do 1,100. Then you copy and paste it for all. So you just need to, because it's 11 subjects, so it will be 1,100. So this you have to just come in manually to do that based on the number of subjects written in the term. So it's as simple as that. Control V to paste. So by default it is 1,100. Then we look at the aggregate for subject 1. So let me save it first. Control S to save. Then we'll go and look at how we can get the aggregate. So the aggregate is normally being referred from our grading system. So these are the scores. What are their various aggregates? So for BEC, we start from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. WASI is also 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. So what I'll do is I have to come and create an aggregate column. So Control V to paste. So instead of A1, I'll just make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have to refer all the total scores so that the system will come and pick and give us the associated aggregate. So let me change this to aggregate. Others might be CGPA for the O level and the A level. For most of the international schools, they use the CGPA. Okay. So we go back to TR1. So subject 1 aggregate. So where's our aggregate? So we need to use the VLOOKUP formula. So I go to formulas, I go to insert function. My VLOOKUP is already here. I'll hit on OK. So what am I looking for? So I'm looking for the first subject. So I go back to subject 1. So you click, then you go back to look for subject 1's 100. Okay, so subject 1's 100 is at what? K2. Where is the table array? So the table array is from our grading system and subject. So I'll select our table array. I'll select our table array. So what's the column index? I'm looking for the aggregate. So 1, 2, the column index is what? 2. Then I'll hit on what? Okay. So the aggregate associated to that particular score, because it's 0, it is giving us an aggregate of 9. So before I do the absolute reference, let's see if we copy the formula and paste it at AGG, it will try to refer to probably subject 2 for us. If it doesn't, then we have to do it manually. Control C. Then what do? I'll copy KL. So it's not going to work like that for us, and that is fine. We will do it one after the other. So what I'll do is I'll make this absolute. I'll highlight FN, F4. I'll hit enter. K2. Then I'll just do what? A double click. Automatically that is solved. So let's look at the grand total score. So from K2 we go to what? Q2. Good. So Control C to copy. I'll come and paste it. So this is what? Q2. Q2. I'll hit enter. Then I'll do a double. So if I click within the formula, automatically if I go back, you see that Q2 for subject 2 has been selected like that. So that is very simple and basic. So we can come and look at grand total for the student. So we need to refer to as W2. So Control C, Control V to paste. Then I'll come here, change the reference to W. I'll click within it, I'll hit what? Enter. Then I'll do a double click. So let me look at grand total for the student. So from W2, I go to AC2. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So from here, it is what? AC2. AC2, like that. Then I'll hit enter. I'll do a double click like that. So let me look at grand total score. So we have AC2, AI2. Okay, so we have AI2. So let me just AC2, AI2. Let me get it right, then I can proceed. AC2, AI2, AO2, AO2. This is AI2, AO2. Then I'll go to grand total for students, AO2, AU2, AU2. Grand total for students from AU to BA2, BA2. Grand total for students. Then we go to BG2, BG2. Grand total for students BG2, BM2, BG2, BM2, and BS2. Okay, so this is AC2. Good. So the next is subject 5. From AC2 go to AI2. Okay. I just have to copy this, Control C, copy. Then I'll paste. So let me just go ahead and paste it. Paste it, paste it, paste it. Control V to paste. Okay. So when I get here, what do I do? Okay, I'll hit my escape. So subject 5 is AI2. So I just come in here AI, and I'll hit enter. Good. The next is AO. I just come in here change it, hit enter, AO, then this is AU, and hit enter. From AU I go to BA, BA2. So from BA2 I go to BG2, BG2. From BG2 I go to BM2. From BM2 I go to BS2. Okay. So what do I need to do? I just need to do a double click. Okay, let me pick it from this entire stretch. Select all, then do the autofill to the last person. So it is as simple as this. Okay, so we finished with our aggregate. Then we need to look at the formula which picks English, Math, Science, or English, Math, Science, Social Studies, and the best 3 of the electives or the best 6. So finish doing this, then we will look at that in our next presentation. Then we will proceed to look at the cumulative record. So for cumulative record, we need to still talk about subject 1. So we use CM sub 1, CM sub 2, CM sub 3, then we have CM sub. So for the basis code is sub 1, sub 2 for first term, second term. Okay, let me get it right first. Hold on. So if you're looking for sub 1 first term, okay, so you need to be CM sub 1 hyphen 1, which is the first term of subject 1. Then CM sub 1 dash 2 for the second term, CM sub 1 dash 3 for the third term, and now we need to look for the average. So AV sub 1. So if it is 2 semesters, then you need to bring the AV sub 1 here. So I'm doing it for 3 times. When we go to CM sub 2, so the second subject, cumulative record, then I'll need to proceed to look at CM sub 2, second subject, second term, CM sub 2, second subject, hyphen 3, third term. So in that order. Good. Then we have what? AV sub 2. Then we go CM sub 3 for first term, CM sub 3 for second term, CM sub 3 hyphen 3 for third term. Then we can have average for sub 3 in that particular order. So we're going to work on that. So you proceed CM sub 4, subject 4's first term cumulative record, CM sub 4 second term, CM sub for third term. And we come average of sub 4. And we go to CM sub 5, first term, CM sub 5, second term, CM sub 5, third term, then AV sub 5. Okay, so let me highlight, double click, then I'll go to CM subject 6, first term, CM. So let's see if I do an autofill, it will work. Okay, CM sub, okay, so it works like this. Then I'll do AV sub 6 like this. Then I'll go to CM sub 7-1. Then I'll just do the autofill. Good. Do a double click. Then I'll go to AV sub 7 like this. Then I'll proceed to look at CM sub 8-1. CM sub 8, 1, 2, 3. Then we go to AV sub 8. Now we look at CM sub 9, first term. Now what do we do? Copy fill series, or double click within the column headings. Then we look at AV sub 9. Then we also have to look at CM sub 10, first term, CM sub 10, first term. Then we go through to sub. So I'll select, double click to automatically adjust, then AV sub 10. Then we do for the last one, which is CM sub 11, first term, CM sub 11, first term. So I'll do this, and I'll go to AV sub 11. Okay, so I'll need to apply borders to everything. So Control Shift right, Control Shift down. Oh, okay, let me go this way first. Click in this first, Control Shift right, Control Shift down. Okay, now I can go back to home, then I'll select all borders. Okay, so that is so. So let's work on the cumulative records. Okay, it will be worked on after we finish creating the other terminal report, but we've already done it for TR1. Okay, so please do this. Then let's look at how best we can work on the aggregate and get the remaining cumulative records sheet working for our good. But we can, as a matter of urgency, complete the average. So average of sub 1, we just type it is equal to average, you open a bracket, and you're looking at this entire range like this, average of that. Simple as that. Okay, so currently we don't have Okay, let me delete it. Go to formulas, insert function, then I'll select what average. So what numbers am I looking at? So I'm looking at the average of the first number and the second number and the third number. So if yours is the semester system, you stop at the second. Okay, I hit okay, then it's there. But because there is nothing in there, I'll just go for if if error. Then I'll open a bracket. I'll close it. Apostrophe space. Close it. Then so once you bring the apostrophe, you hit space bar to indicate that the system should not bring that particular error sign. Then you hit enter. So the formula is there, all right, but we will not see that. So I'll go to the next average. So it's equal to average. I'll open the bracket, sub 2, a comma, that's comma, and I'll click on that. I'll close the bracket to obviously give me this. Then I come into the formula bar. If error, I'll open a bracket. Then I'll bring a comma, apostrophe. I hit on the space bar, apostrophe again. I'll close the bracket. I'll hit enter. Then I'll do a double click. Then I'll go to this. So it's equal to average. I'll open a bracket, sub 1, comma, sub 2 for the third, and this. I'll close the bracket. I'll hit enter. Then I'll come in here, add my if error. I'll open the bracket. I'll do a comma, inverted commas space. I'll close it. Close this as well. I'll hit enter. Then I'll do a double click. Then I'll go to sub 4. It is equal to average. Now you know the average formula. So I need not to use the function argument. You click, comma, you click, comma, you click. Then you close the bracket. You hit enter. Then you go back to this. If error, you open a comma, inverted comma space, inverted commas, you close, you hit, you do a double click, then you do sub 5 is equal to if error. I now need to use my average. Okay, let me go step by step because most of you are not conversant with all these new formulas. So average, sub 5, click, comma, click, comma, click, close the bracket. I hit enter. Then I'll come in here, if error. So looking at the average for each academic year. Then I'll close it, space, like this. And I'll go to sub 6. So for the sub 6, what do I do? It's equal to average. Then I'll pick on this. I'll pick on this. Then I'll pick on that. I'll close the brackets, hit enter. I go back. I'll do my if error. I come back in, pin, parentheses, not parentheses, just inverted commas, a space bar, then I close it. Double click to fill it throughout. Sub 7 is equal to, so let me go right ahead, if error, average, then I'll pick my numbers, comma, comma, close the bracket, there is my comma, open space, that, close. Then I'll do a double click. I'll go to submit. It's equal to if error, open a bracket, average. I open a bracket again. I'll click on this, comma, click on that, comma, click, close the bracket. There's a comma, inverted commas, space, inverted commas, a close, like that. Then I'll just do a double click. Then I'll go to sub 9. It's equal to if error, average. So sub 9, do a comma, I'll do a comma. What do? I close it. There is a comma, inverted commas, space. That's. So I just need to do double click. Then I need to look at the subject tense average. So it's equal to if error. I'll open what is the value. I'll click, comma. Now I need to bring the average first. So click, comma, you click on the cell. Automatically the system will pick the cell name. I'll close it. There's a comma, value if error, space, like that. And we'll do that of subject 11. So it's equal to if error, we look at the average. Then what do? If error, we look at the average. So what is our first number? We just click in it. We click in it. And we click in this. Then I'll close it. Inverted commas, and then that closes it, like that. So what we've done is to look for the average for each particular subject per every academic year. But someone can also decide to look at it as the person continues. But we will also need to look at that if you want that option. But what I've done now, you can always adjust it. So assuming you don't want it, you want it in a continuum. So after this, we need to get the average of these two. So if you want it like this, then it means you need to come and change it and include the rest. So you just need to come and click on sub 1. Then there is a comma. You click on sub 2. There is a comma. You click on sub 3. There is a comma. That is if you want to look at the average for the 2 academic years, but not to look at it in terms of every academic year, then you adjust the formula in this particular form. So that's how you go about it. So if you want it this way, then you need to change it, do a double click, go back and do the average for this as well. So while you go back to the beginning, so we are looking for the average of this, then you move in that order. So you can do that if you want it in this particular format. I think I would want it in this particular format. So I'll do that after. Okay, let me just go straight ahead and do it. So I'll come and pick the average for this, for the first one, pick for the second one, pick for the third one, and I'll come and pick the average for this, pick for that, and pick for this. There's a comma. So I'm looking at the average for 1, 2, 3. Okay. For subject 3. No, I think I'm making a mistake here because these are different subjects. So let's forget about that, please. Forget about that. So undo. Okay, so that is that. So looking at it in terms of each subject. Okay, let me see if you got it right. So the cumulative record will be subject 1, first term, second term, third term. Okay, and we also need to look at subject 1. Okay, subject 1. Oh, forgive me for this. So we need to look at subject 1, fourth term, fifth term, and sixth term. So we need to correct that mistake. So CM sub 1, fourth term. It happens, so it doesn't spoil what we've done. So fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay, so we have AV, then we go to CM sub 1, seventh term, eighth term, and ninth term. Good. So that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take, okay, the averages can be there. The AV sub 1, then we have AV sub 1 again for the second academic year. So we need to look at that in this particular format. So let me look at the time that we've spent so far, 42 minutes. Wait, this is way too much. Okay. So I think I would have to pause here and come and rectify the headings. Then we have to continue with that in our next lesson. So CM sub 1, sub 2, sub 3. So let me delete the averages. We can work on that later. So I'll delete these columns. So I'll delete all the averages and do the appropriate thing. So AV sub 6 deleted. AV sub 7, sub 8, delete. And I'll go to AV sub 9, AV sub 10, that is also deleted, and AV sub 11. Okay, so let's go back up. So CM sub 1, sub 2, sub 3 through to sub 9. Good. Then we have CM sub 2 hyphen 1. Then you need to go through to what? 9th term. Good. Then we need to do CM sub 3, the test subject hyphen 1. You need to go through to the 9th, do the autofill. So I'll complete this and end the lesson. So we are looking at 9, then CM sub 4 for first term. Then I'll go through to 9. Then I'll look at CM sub 5 hyphen 1, which is for first term. Then I'll go through to 9. I'll select the headings, adjust. Then I come to CM sub 6 -1. I have to go through to 9. So subject 6. Then we need to go through CM sub 7-1. And now go through to 9. Then CM sub 8-1. I'll go through to 9. Then CM sub 9-1. So this indicates the subject 9 first term to 9 term records. Okay, sub 9-9. So anytime I'm developing this, new ideas comes in. So it's always never the same whenever I'm teaching this. CM subject 10-1. And I'll proceed to subject 10. Select. Then we have CM subject 11-1. So that's our last subject. Then up to subject 11. So in our next lesson, we will insert columns in between for each three terms. We insert a column for the averages. So we'll get that done in our next lesson. Control Shift right, Control Shift down. So it is selected. Then I'll come and work on applying all borders. So once that is done, that pretty much solves it. So the next lesson, I'll look at how to get the aggregate. Then we'll proceed to work on our cumulative record. So we spent about 48 minutes, which is way too much for my lesson. I intend not to go beyond 30 minutes, so you just have to forgive me for this. Okay, so we will just end it here, and I will save this, and we will continue in our next lesson. So see you, and God bless.